Hello everybody! I'm very happy to be here for you again with a new tutorial. Something very simple, very easy for you to do even if you might be a starter. I will show you how to make for yourself, for your sun lounge bed, or for some friends for a nice present, a neck cushion. As you know, you fall asleep in your couch and your head wants to drift away. Well, with this cushion, you will not have that problem. It will always stay in position. I got two versions that I show you here. One made from one and the same kind of material, with the zipper in the round from this bone cushion. But I will show you how to make this one from two different materials, where it's really easy to put the zipper in the seam for your dividing. So, let's get started. I'll show you how to do it, and please try to do one as well. First of all, I explain to you how to do a pattern for this neck cushion. It's quite easy. Material-wise for your pattern, what you can use if you don't have special paper at home for this, just take some old wallpapering that you just lately been doing your room with. As you can see, one of my best girlfriends gave me this tip. If you don't have enough paper at home, take some old wallpaper that you got a leftover with, because it's really nice to work with. The easiest to do this pattern is if you first of all just mark yourself on your paper a square. You can change the sizes, but I advise, this is a nice size, to draw it 44 centimeters long and 25 centimeters wide, your square. Then you mark the middle of your 25 centimeter width and the middle of your 44 centimeters here. Then you mark it on this middle 8 centimeters from each side to get a width of 16 on the narrow part of this bone pattern here, because we also call it bone cushion because it has the form of that, as you can see. Then you look about going inwards from this 44, you go about 5 centimeters inwards, as there should be your widest part of the bone. Mark this on both sides and then draw by your eye the form of a bone out of it. It's easy if you just mark first 1/4 of this, because when you cut this out after you draw it the way you like it, you can transfer it over to this side, cut it out, then means that would be finished for you. Then you flop it over and you mark this side, and then you know you got all 4 roundabouts exactly alike. So I repeat, it's in the middle, the pattern only 16 centimeters wide, on the farthest part 25, and your length will be 44. So what do you need for this cushion? You need to cut 3 pieces of this pattern. As you saw on the finished cushions that I showed you already, I got one done completely in one color, and I got one done with leftovers, and I cut them exactly in the middle. But then if you do that one, you have to consider, when you have this in half for this cutting, you have to add your 1 centimeter of seam on here to be able to do this seam, as I prepared it here already. And I will show you now how to make this particular cushion. As well, you will need a zipper. On this round one, it's not quite so easy, as you have to stitch the zipper into the round part here. The length of your zipper you should choose long enough that you can get your hand in easy to later on push the soft padding that you will put into it. Here it's easier with a zipper, as you can put it here in your opening that you leave on one seam. I prepared it slightly here. And if you wish to have some little loops on each end, you should cut one stripe of 20 centimeter length, 4 centimeter wide, to make 2 loops out of this to go at the ends in. And that's actually all you need. So we're going to stitch this one now. I'm starting with a little preparation. As I said, I'd like to have some loop on the sides into this part. Just fold it over to the middle, towards the middle, then over again. Hold it with the machine down, then you can easily flop this over to the middle. You can also iron it if you like to, but I just do it like that. And you just stitch it together. You can stitch down the other side as well if you wish. Not necessary. That's only for look then if you do that. That's your little loop prepared. You can cut it already in half as we need one on each side. Then that's completely finished for in a moment. Now we have to put the zipper in. You best iron this seam first where you left the middle. You can stitch it directly under like that, but you can also say no, I like to fasten it or hold it in the back first. Therefore, as you see here, I stitched it onto there already. Here it's still loose. And I show you, you just turn this over, put the zipper there, just stitch it on this side, so it's held, and therefore now it's really easy to just stitch it over now. Look where the end of your zipper is. Start going across like that. Now your foot practically runs on the edge of the zipper, but you got to push it over to make sure that your zipper is not so visible afterwards. Makes it always look nicer. But like that, if you fasten it first in the back, it's really easy to stitch a zipper under anything where you need one. Going across and go along this end. As you will not be able to pass the zipper with the foot, with a pressure foot, you close it now and you continue. If you have this feeling your material is pushing forward and you're getting funny loops in here, then take a little pattern that you got lying, a straight one, hold it, put it onto the needle there, and stitch along, and you will make this part also much easier for yourself. So as I started like this, I just go over there again, and you can see your zipper is nicely stitched in like that. Now we have to put the first parts together. You just take any of those. You can put the same sides there together, but that was not my idea. I want always the colors to be changing. That means you just put these, you start on, definitely on one of your seams there. Exactly where the seam is. You look on the whole length. You can also, if you want to make it easier, you can, while you do your pattern, put a little cut in here in the middle so you know which parts have to go together. Evenly go around this curve. You can also draw a line if you wish. Look right away for the end of your part where you're going to stitch to make sure you don't have anything sticking over. I'm checking again to make sure I'm there correctly. Putting edge and edge of the material together. And I stitch exactly there where the seams are. Not any farther, only to where the seams are, there. Now I open the zipper a little bit already, so I don't need to struggle later on to open it from the outside. I take my little loops and I just fasten them. Doesn't matter which one you choose. You could have also put it on there, but I've just chosen that one now. It doesn't matter. And the other one I put exactly opposite of that one. So that's just held there now. Now you need to take your third part. And again there, I want a change in the color. So each time there's a different color coming. And there, again, you start exactly putting these seams on top of each other. Starting exactly there. Put edge on edge of your material together. Go nicely, evenly around your curve. Look for the ending here, put seam on top of each other. And again, only stitch exactly where those seams are, where you joined the parts together. Now you only got one bone part left to put together. As you can see, these three parts here. And again, you start exactly there. It's a bit thick there because I got this little loop in there. You go a little bit slower, to make sure not to break your needle off. And again, you go around this curve. Look towards the end here, that you don't have material standing over. And stitch exactly towards your last stitch there. All parts for the bone are together. Now I will go on my safety machine, on the overlock, and I will clean off my edges. Then I turn the part around and fill it with my inside material, whichever you have. You can put big pieces in, but it is actually better if you cut these up very small and then fill it very, very tight to get a nice cushion out of this. And I'll show you in a moment the result of it. By now I've been on my overlook, on my safety machine. I cleaned off all the seams inside so I can wash it well. And I filled the whole cushion with some filling material. And now you close it if you can. And finished is your lovely neck cushion in two colors with the seam here, and the other one I did for you in one color. Here are the little loops in case if you like to fasten it somewhere on the side on one of your sun chairs so it doesn't slip all over the place, and it's always ready in position for you to have a nice rest on. Thank you for watching my videos. Hope to see you soon again. Bye!